welcome to the Arsenal show. We are live, and Steve is currently still sorting out his headphones there. There we go. We are live. Arsenal. This is the post-match reaction of the Arsenal victory against Aston Villa. 1-0, as it says down the bottom, a very important win for the Gunners. After the loss against Liverpool on Thursday night, a win was what was most important for Arsenal, and they did that. And I expected, if I'm honest, a bit more from Aston Villa. But Arsenal dealt with them in a very professional way once again. Would have been nice to alleviate some of the worries as we went along and get that second goal, but it didn't come in the end. And but the 3 points is what we got. Steve is ready. How you doing, Steve?
Yeah, sorry about that. Welcome everybody. This is live. People wanted it live, and West Ham just scored, and my earphones went all up in the air.
What? Oh, it's 2-1 now. 2-1. Yeah, currently 2-1 in the game against Tottenham. Come on, West Ham. We need this. I take a draw. I think a draw is what probably works best for all of us as well. Because we don't really want West Ham getting any points after their victory against Seville. Who are we joined by in the comment section? We've got Johnny there. Good to see you, Johnny. How are you feeling about the win yesterday? A 1-0 victory. First of all, give us your brief summary of yesterday's win, Steve.
Massive 3 points. A game we had to win. We have to win every game, but Villa playing really well at the moment, and I was a bit worried about it. And I ain't had good times when I've been to Villa Park, and every time I've seemed to go there, we've lost. But a massive 3 points, and we just got to keep this form up, keep winning. I thought we played really well. There was a couple of players short from what we've been used to over the last few weeks, but I didn't think that changed anything. I think they just came in, and I think they just picked up from where the other players left off. A couple of them a bit rusty, obviously through lack of game time. But yeah, I mean it was a massive win, and I thought we played well. And like I've already said, they were a very good side, Villa. They've been on very good form under Steven Gerrard, and massive win.
Yeah, massive win for Arsenal. And as I said earlier, it felt like I was, if I'm honest, I was expecting more from an Aston Villa side who have been a little bit up and down against under Steven Gerrard, but overall are looking good under him, and especially with Philip Coutinho and their squad in their team as well. But he was nullified yesterday, if I'm honest. Yeah. Made up with the win, Johnny says. Yeah, I think we all are, mate. Especially before the international break, which I think was most important. So let's get on to the player ratings. But before we do, please press that subscribe button. Please press that like button so everyone knows you're enjoying the show. All right, let's go. Steve, Aaron Ramsdale injured with a hip injury. Maybe it says a bit about the first goal that was let in against Liverpool by Jota. But we'll speak about that more on Tuesday. But Leno came in yesterday, and he was one of the better players in the team yesterday as well. What's your thoughts?
Well, the biggest compliment I can give Leno is that we didn't miss Aaron Ramsdale, and we all know the type of form that Aaron Ramsdale has been on over the last few weeks. And yeah, and I'm really pleased for him, because you could tell he was down and like last season, and he wasn't playing to his full ability. But I just loved at the end where our two keepers were sort of hugging and smiling with each other. I really hope I'm probably hoping a bit too much that he's going to stay, but I'd love him to stay. I'd love him to have these two keepers for the future going onwards. But yeah, I thought he was excellent. I mean, when called upon, he did his job. Probably the standout thing he did was at the end there, where we made the save, and it was great. It was great to see. It was great to see the lads, jumping around him, and there just seems to be a good camaraderie in the camp, and I love that, and like I've already said, I just love the way Ramsdale just came on at the end and just ran straight to Bernd Leno and put his arms around him as if to say, "Yeah, mate, you had a cracker today," and that's the type of thing that we want to see, and as you said, one of the better players, and he's came in rusty, and probably because of that, I'm going to give Leno an 8.
All right, Leno gets an 8. Leno gets an 8. Gabriel.
I thought he was I thought he was excellent. This week, I think he's been over the last few weeks. I don't think he's been up to his usual Gabriel standard, but I felt on Saturday he was back, to being the Gabriel that we know and love from what all the games before, and I thought he was excellent. He's obviously still got that. He's got a fantastic partnership, with Ben White, and I just think he nullified Aston Villa. I just didn't think, that they really got a look in, and he's some great last, minute tackles, and especially when I forget who it was, but if he didn't, he probably would have got the tackle in. It could have gone on. They could have scored. He's got a lovely turn of pace, and he showed that quite a few times. But I'm going to give Gabriel 7.
All right, Gabriel gets a 7. Ben White.
Ben White. I just love him. I just love this bloke. I knew he was going to be a good player for Arsenal, but he's really, my expectations of Ben White now have really gone up, a few levels, because what I'm seeing from him on the football pitch is this guy of 23, 24 years old who should be in the England squad now, and for me, just playing above his years. He looks like someone who's, he's, people will say that, he's, when they get into their prime, a centre-back, 26, 27, 28. He looks like a player who's got that there now, but he's obviously got more to come. And I thought he was excellent, and I'll give him a 7.
Right, with a 7. Yeah, we were solid yesterday, considering we took that lead in the first half, and then just defended it very well. Cedric.
Do you know what? I just love this bloke. I love this bloke. I mean, I know sometimes people may think I go over the top with certain players, but it's because I just like a certain player. This guy cannot come out of the team, and if you would have said that 5-6 games ago when Tommy Ashley was doing what he was doing, you would have said a lot of people would have said that I was crazy. But again, fifth game on the trot. This bloke, I mean, he was part of the goal. It was his cross for the goal, so he's doing his bit coming forward. He's passing. He's excellent. He's defending. He's excellent. And he's just he's getting this little partnership now going up there with Saka, and they're just bonding. And I said on the week before that Arteta must be looking at that partnership and thinking Saka's getting better and better and better, and who's behind him? And this is Cedric, and I can't big him up enough. For me, I cannot big him up enough. I thought he has been absolutely fantastic every single game that he's played in, and if he is going to be a backup centre half, And wow, what a backup centre half we've got. He
Mm-hmm.
gets an 8. He gets an 8 for me.
He gets Cedric with 8. Johnny's gone. Cedric 7. Glenn's gone. The whole back line gets a 7 for me. Oh, Johnny's already jumped ahead with the teeny one. Hold on, Johnny. Slow down. He's trying to get in there before Steve, so he. Cedric gets an 8 from Steve. Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, I mean, all the boys have already said it there. You know, the back line was a team against Aston Villa, and Kieran Tierney, you know, was excellent. He does his job, and you know, for the want of keep repeating myself, you know, he's becoming now a really, really, really good defender, and we're not seeing him get us forward as much, but you know, we've got to praise him now for what he does as a defender, which I'm sure, really, if you was to ask Kieran Tierney, that's what he would want to be praised for. He would want to be praised for his defending, and he's been fantastic. His ball control, he plays above his years. Definitely, probably future captain. You know, you can see him. He's screaming on that pitch, and yeah, I mean, he's made a. I just I have to stop a minute. I mean, that the tackle that Cedric made when he come across to the other side from that. I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah.
You know, I just forgot about mentioning that. I forgot to mention that. But Tierney again was excellent, and yeah, I'll give him a 7.
7 for Kieran Tierney. Yeah, solid back line yesterday. Very, very impressive. 1-0 to the Arsenal Classic. Granit Xhaka.
Again, I just you know I like Granit Xhaka. You know I liked him. I've liked him for many, many years when he got dog's abuse, and I even then I couldn't know why. But yeah, everybody's turn now. You see on Twitter, and they've all turned, and they're all Granit Xhaka fans, and he deserves it because he's one head of a player in for Arsenal in that midfield, and he is massively important for Arsenal in that midfield. He was incredibly important, you know, for what Thomas Partey did on the weekend as well. He makes Thomas Partey do what he does, and people have got to recognise that. He was excellent. His ball playing going forward, and yeah, I can't, you know, praise him high enough. And for him, for what he's been through from the stick from Arsenal fans, and for him just to say, stick his 2 fingers up and really go, I'm just going to get on my game, because a lot of people would have either left or, you know, their form would have dropped. But Granit Xhaka, no, he has got on with it, and he is massively important to Arsenal, and hopefully he stays for the rest of his career, and they give him a new contract in my eyes. So for me, not forgetting the red card, the yellow card, that's actually a disgrace. But I'll give Granit a 7 as well.
All right, 7 for Granit Xhaka. Thomas Partey.
We're seeing the Atletico Madrid Thomas Partey. He's here. He has arrived. Where have you been, Thomas? Where have you been? But he is back. We have found him. Because this guy is incredibly exciting, and anybody that lines up against him from any midfield, from any team in the Premiership, right, will not want to come up against Thomas Partey, because this man at the moment is doing everything. All I can say is he is the Madrid Thomas Partey. He's the Thomas Partey that we bought. He was excellent the weekend. He plays in that number 6 position, and for me, he is the best number 6 in the Premiership by a mile. And that is a lot to do with Granit Xhaka. That is a lot to do with him. Now, let's go on. And the exciting thing about Thomas Partey now, I still feel we've got more to come. I still think he's got more. You know, he looks happy on the pitch. Wonderful. 9.
All right, sorry. Just doing some background stuff. Thomas Partey with a 9. Let's see what the comment section is saying here. Then says, love what I'm seeing from Partey now. I knew it was coming. Even Fabinho struggled with his first year. It gives him an 8. Thomas Partey has adjusted to the league and now he's got up to speed. He's got up to speed now. Right. Thomas Partey with a 9 there. Martin Ødegaard.
Yeah, I mean, I just, all I can do is just get excited, and I probably don't make no sense. But again, this kid is next season, 2 years, this Martin Ødegaard will be world class. He is one incredible football. His touch, his vision, he's a danger coming forward. I mean, I'm a big fan of Coutinho, but I mean, I didn't even know Coutinho was playing until about the last 2 minutes. But Martin Ødegaard, you know, he's always wanting the ball. He did it on the weekend. When he got the ball, he's playing it off. Those little flicks he does, you know, where he's passed the ball. And it's like what I said, where he's got this, he's got another eye. He's got another vision. He sees things before other people does. And the ball's passed to him, and he doesn't stop it. He doesn't control it, and he just flicks it and plays it off. And then mostly it's gone through to Saka. But I don't know what this kid's capable of. I mean, he could go. Where is he capable of? Because watching him at the moment, he is the closest ever thing I've seen to Dennis Bergkamp. The closest I've ever seen. And that's not because he's got blonde hair or anything like that, like someone said to me the other day. But yeah, quality performance from Martin Ødegaard, and I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, I said it a while back when I said he's the midfield Dennis Bergkamp. I see. Yeah, Martin Ødegaard he glides around the pitch. His visions, his touch, it's quality, absolutely quality. What mark did you give him? Sorry,
7.
7 for Ødegaard. And Will Smith-Rowe back in the team, starting.
Yeah, he did all right. I felt he probably could have done a little bit more, but that's just, you know, the standards of what I expect from Emil Smith-Rowe. So, you know, I've got to take that into account. But yeah, I thought he did well. You know, he was dangerous. He you know, there wasn't. I don't remember too much from him. I don't remember too much. He looked strong on the ball. He looked good with his running. So it was good to see that he was fit. You know, that was a good thing. But I didn't see much. You know, there was a couple of shots which, you know, didn't really trouble the goalkeeper. And, you know, someone might pull me up and say that I don't really remember him sort of putting anyone in, making any chances. But he did play well because he worked hard, and he was, yeah, he was definitely yeah. I'm going to ask him. He's a difficult one to mark this well. I'm going to give him a 6.
Yeah, I think that's fair. He was a little bit rusty, match sharpness, and I think you could see in that shot he had early on in the first half. Yeah, I think yeah, he's going out with England, so he should get a little bit of match sharpness up from that, and hopefully he gets some minutes in those games as well, so it won't be wasted. Because I think another week and a half off won't really do him any good. Yeah, I think he needs to get some game time to get up to scratch. But he weren't bad yesterday, and I think 6 is a fair result, a fair rating. Bukayo Saka.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Ødegaard. We think about, we say what Ødegaard could become, and what Martinelli could become, and what Smith Rowe can become, and probably about 3 or 4 other players, and what they could become. This kid, for me, I don't know. He's on Ballon d'Or standards. This kid, he was outstanding. I felt against Villa, literally outstanding. We talk about over the last few weeks, and we talk about Saka, and we say that how the problems that he causes defences on especially on that right hand side with his pace and his know-how, and just I don't know, seeing him to pop up with the right place at the right time. But I thought they would have nightmares after that game, because he for me, he was off the charts. Off the charts. He got his goal, and which was a nicely worked goal between the three of them. I think it was Cedric crossed it, and was it Xhaka who chested it down to, was it Tierney? I don't know. I can't maybe say it, but it was an excellently worked goal, and he put it in the back of the net, and all game long he just caused absolute havoc. I mean, it's not, there's times in a game where the defender, where you are literally frightened whenever they get the ball, and they must be terrified when Bukayo Saka gets the ball. I thought he was faultless, mate. I genuinely thought he was faultless. I can't remember a thing that he did wrong. I can't say he didn't run back and defend. Mm-hmm. I can't say that he didn't give other people assists. I can't say that he didn't get a goal. I couldn't say that he gave the Aston Villa defences nightmares through the whole 90 minutes. I can't say any of it. So how do I mark that? How do I mark it? 10.
Right, he gets a 10 from Steve. The big 1-0.
Faultless. Absolute faultless. Anyone can say to me that there was something, he didn't do this, then he could have done that, then please, I'm all ears, but
All right, what's the comment section saying? No, they've already they're well ahead. You boys are well ahead. All right. Lacazette.
Yeah.
He couldn't give yesterday.
He wasn't on it, was he?
No,
he wasn't. It was one of them games where, I was shouting at the screen at him, and I felt bad doing it, because I know the work he puts in, and I know what he's doing behind the scenes, but he just weren't on it yesterday. He weren't doing the things that I just wanted him to do. He was falling over too much again. His passes were loose. His shots were powder puff. If there was one, I think there was one that he had a shot.
Yeah, from about 25 yards, and it was never the keeper.
It wasn't, was it? And I just felt, and I'm looking at the game, and all I could think about, and I really felt bad thinking it, and I was thinking, we can't have you next season. I can't wait till we get a striker. And I felt bad, and I felt really bad saying it. But I thought he had a write-off day. And, we praise him when he has a good one, and if he has an off one, we'll have an off one. And he might have a great one against Palace, and we'll be praising him again, mate. But, you might maybe add a little bit. But, mate, I've got to give him a 5.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. There's not really much to add to that. I'm watching the game over again anyway, just picking off points. But from what I watched yesterday, Lacazette was way off it. And the thing is, it's probably a bit harsh on him because he is one of the very few options. Martinelli wasn't there. Wasn't he on the bench? Was he yesterday?
No, it wasn't.
So it's one of them situations where he's played through them bad moments, or you bring in someone else who could potentially replace him at the time. Whether that's Pepe or whether that's going to be Martinelli, I don't know. But yeah, everyone has their off day, and Lacazette's was yesterday. So yeah, we'll just put it down to an off day, Lacazette. But yeah, come back against Palace and smash some goals because that's going to be a tough one. Another one who had an off day yesterday, Nicolas Pepe, felt for him, came on. One of the worst substitute appearances I've seen in a long while. Nothing went right for him.
Sometimes you feel, sometimes as long as I've watched football, sometimes you come on here and you get your ratings ready, and you think, oh, did people see what I saw? You know, because I'm going to come on there and I'm going to not be very nice about him. And but yeah, he was off was an understatement. I mean, It was bouncing off. He was running into brick walls again. But look, I mean, and to be fair to him, he had a good old 20-25 minutes to sort of do something, and he just didn't get going.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get going. To be fair to him, the ball wasn't played through to him as much. He did have a lot of the ball played when he had his back to the play. So that was difficult. That's not always easy for any footballer when that happens. But yeah, I mean, he came on. If we come on and we say they start at 5, then he's got. I'm gonna be kind, and I am gonna say I'm gonna say 4.
Yeah. Yeah. If you come on and you start with a 5, you definitely didn't finish with a 5, Nicholas, mate. You definitely didn't. You definitely didn't come on and do nothing. You went the other way, mate. It was always.
It was. That's how I looked at it. That's how I looked. Do I stay where he is? I think, oh yeah, you did a bit, you know. Because sometimes we give him a 5, don't we? And think, yeah, come on, you didn't have time. He was all right. But you even had to go back and take one off.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Eddie Nketiah.
I mean, he worked much better, wasn't he?
He was not much cop, as they like to say.
I mean, again, another game where you like, you think these are the 2 strikers that we need to take us through to the Champions League. And you're like, oh, and then you start getting worried again, thinking, but no, I mean, he was just the same as Pepe, really. He didn't do, again, his ball control was awful, his passing was awful. It was a bad day at the office for the subs, pretty much. So, I give him a 4.
Yep, I think that's fair. Rob Holding?
Well, yeah, Robbie Golding came on. And
yeah.
And he done what he's always done when he comes on. He had to go.
He's done what you meant to do when you come as a sub.
Exactly.
Change the game in the right way.
Exactly. We was when he came on. He was under pressure. I mean, and from Aston Villa, wasn't we? That's when they was really going for it. And most of the time, and the reason why he was under pressure was because Nketiah and Pepe were bouncing.
Kids on par to him. And then that free kick at the end, the last kick of the game from Pepe. You're like, Pepe, come on, man, what are you doing? You're giving him every bit of hope.
I forgot about that. Oh man,
yeah. Right at the end, that's where Leno had that Superman dive. Just sort of ended the game. Yeah.
I watched the game on my BT app that I cast to my TV. So I'm about a minute out of the game. So when that free kick was taken, I was like, nah, I can't. I've got to look on Twitter.
Yeah. I do that sometimes. When games are 2-10s and I get a buzz on my phone, I know my thing is slightly out. I go, nah, do you know what? Actually, I need to see it. Yes. game over, full time, sweet. I'll take that. So now I can enjoy the last 4 seconds of the game.
Yeah. I thought, but the thing is, I was trying to do that, and it weren't happening. All my fingers were all like just weren't working properly. And I was trying to get into the Twitter to see, if it was going to come up game over, but I couldn't do it. So I had to stick with, watching it, live. And but yeah, thankfully, we got away with it. And Rob Holding came on and he done his job because he as you say, he had to be part of that defence who was, getting fired at and bullied at, if you like, by the Aston Villa because they was throwing, the kitchen sink at us by that time when Rob Holding come on. But he come on, he fitted in, like he played the whole game, like he has always. Yeah. I mean, it does make you think, when Saliba comes back, what, is he? Where is he? I mean, that's for another show and for another conversation. But yeah, Rob Holding, I'll give him 6.
Yeah, Rob Holding 6. So it says, when Holding comes on, the game is over. It's a certain that Arsenal win. I'm leaving that to you to say, Colette, though. That's how I feel inside, but I don't want to say it out loud until we get to the end of the season. And then, but yeah, he every time he comes on, he's been brilliant so far. Holding the defense together, boom, boom, love it.
Like it.
Mikel Arteta's magic. He wears a magic hat, but it ruined his hair, and he took it off. Yeah, I mean, his hair's glorious. That you can't deny it. He has the most glorious hair in the Premier League. Mikel Arteta yesterday, Steve.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he, when the game ended, I mean, the players going to have a nice cold bath. I'm sure he joined them because I think he done just as much running up and down that touchline.
He was ball boy, linesman, fourth official, the lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's Pep, isn't it? He's Pep. He's with the hands and doing that, and just non-stop for 90 minutes. He's like, I just don't sit down. He's saying to him, even when sit down for a minute, to have a rest or something. But I bet he's in the change room, and he's still doing the same thing, and he's out, and yeah, I mean, fantastic manager, and but there's probably still Arteta haters, or but obviously they're keeping quiet. But yeah, again, team selection. Yep, can't fault it. Had a couple of injuries, so he brought the people in that he could only bring in, and and we just carried on from where we left off. The boys listening to him. The boys must be listening to every week, every training, because they're coming out and they're doing the same thing every week, and he's the one who was instilled that team spirit into him, and so. Yeah, I keep giving it. Should I give him a 10? A clean sheet away from home win. Yeah, God, 10. Just to annoy the Arteta haters.
Mikel Arteta gets a 10 there from Steve. And your man of the match looks like Thomas. Oh, Saka. You got Saka for man of the match.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was one of them games where it could have been Saka, it could be Partey. It could have been Cedric, could have been Tierney, could have been Leno. All of them on another day, could have come away with being man of the match. But I give Saka a 10, and so it's got to be in for me.
Right. So Saka gets man of the match from Steve. 10 for Saka, 10 for Mikel Arteta. Add a little dash in the middle, 1-0 to the Arsenal. We've got the 3 points, 4th in the league before the international break. I can't say much more. I will say a lot more come Tuesday, considering we've got the Liverpool game to cover and the Aston Villa game to cover. So we've got plenty to talk about. So make sure you join us Tuesday at 8:00 live on KS1 TV. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you for joining us in the chat today. Lively. I absolutely love it. Make sure you're all there on Tuesday as well, 8 o'clock. We've got plenty to say. And I'm sure I think we've got everyone back in as well. Thanks for joining us today, Steve.
Cheers, mate. Pleasure as always.
All right, and thank you for everyone else who's joined us. If you are watching on Facebook, come over next time and join us on KS1 TV. Join us in the chat and change your settings so we can see who you are. If you was on Twitter at the start, make sure you come and join us next time on KS1 TV and smash that like and subscribe. And if you are new to the show, smash the subscribe button as well so you can support the channel. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands. Come on, Arsenal.
Go ahead,